All right, the commissioner. Now I don't understand. Did he speak to the media before the game? He's at the Knicks Celtics game.
And the reporter just ran up on him?
He's doing like a report
full
during
disclosure,
the game.
This is the first game on Prime. This doubleheader you got going here, Boston and New York. New York up by 20 points, by the way, early in the third quarter.
Okay.
And so he made a point to be in the building because this is a big deal.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And credit to him for allowing himself to be questioned about what's going on, specifically with the Terry Rozier situation, right? Because one of the big storylines come out of yesterday was
how did y'all investigate?
And clear him and allow him to play when the FBI's like, nah, son, not only is he not be playing, he's going to be arrested.
He's not even going to be here.
So this is a little bit long. It's about a minute 30. But here's the exchange between Cassidy Hubbard and Commissioner Adam Silver on Prime Video. Take a listen.
And Terry Rozier was allowed to keep playing after an NBA investigation ruled that there was no NBA rules violated. What do you make of that decision now amid the FBI's allegations against him?
So what happened was, because bets were placed through legalized legal betting companies, they picked up aberrational behavior around a particular game in March of 23. And so that was brought to our attention by the regulators and the betting companies. We then looked into that situation and were very transparent about it. And while there was that aberrational betting, we frankly couldn't find anything. Terry at the time cooperated. He gave the league office his phone. He sat down for an interview. And we ultimately concluded that there was insufficient evidence, despite that aberrational behavior, to move forward. We then worked directly with the law enforcement, as they said at the press conference, that the league has been cooperating. And so that was obviously over 2 years ago. So the federal government has subpoena power, can threaten to put people in jail, can do all kinds of things that a league office can't do. So we've been working with them since then. And of course, what they announced yesterday was an indictment. So 2.5 years later, he still hasn't been convicted of anything, in fairness to Terry. Obviously it doesn't look good, but he's now been put on administrative leave. And so, there's a balance here of protecting people's rights and investigating. And as I said, we've been working with the government, and they have extraordinary powers that a league office doesn't have.
Mr. Commissioner, please don't detail what the story. We already know what happened and all that. He didn't give us an answer. He just recounted what this breakdown of the story was.
Rob, first of all, what had happened was.
Yeah, I mean,
when he hit me with the what had happened was, it's when I knew. Only one thing I got from that, because to your point, was he literally gave us the article.
He gave us the article. He didn't say
we messed up or we missed it or maybe something, there's some things we can't, I don't know, say something. The only thing I got from that I will say is that the FBI does have subpoena power. And the only reason why that matters to me is because I have the power to say, well, I'm making you come down and testify.
Okay.
Whereas if the NBA calls you and you just say, hey, I don't want to speak or I don't remember, then they can't do anything. They can ask
Kelvin,
yes.
You are giving them a pass.
No, that's just the only fact. That's a fact that the FBI has subpoena power. But it's the only thing I agree with.
When you sign a contract with a league, you give over your rights, right?
Well, no, I'm not talking about the player.
No,
I'm talking about people.
No, but
meaning if Rob, not me, the player, like Kelvin Washington, but you're my barber, we've been talking. I can subpoena you, barber.
Okay,
the league can't. Is all I'm saying. Not the player. I'm with you on the player.
Okay. Tom Brady refused to cooperate with the NFL. Refused to give destroyed his. What happened? He got suspended for 4 games. Okay, you don't get due. It's not due process. It's not a legal. You're not the law of the land. We've seen guys get suspended for going to strip clubs. All I'm saying is, when they originally called Adam Silver and said there's some irregularity, blah blah blah, he could have taken more action. The whole idea that he needed subpoena, that's why they weren't able to do anything. That's nonsense. I'm just saying he's using that as a crutch.
The only thing I'm saying is subpoena takes it to another level.
He's using that as
if Terry's giving me his phone. Terry's done it, and then, but we're like, man, we need to talk to person X, and person X says, I'm good.
You don't have to talk to all those people.
No, I'm saying the NBA can't do anything. FBI can say, "Hey, we need to talk to you."
They could.
If you don't, you'll be subpoenaed.
The NBA,
that is a game. That is a much different thing.
The NBA can do whatever.
They can't subpoena though.
No, but they don't need to subpoena.
Well, I'm saying more information. If I subpoena you, I'm not making it up. You're his barber who might be in the mix of this or so. I'm making it up. And you go, "Hey, barber, it's NBA. We would like to talk to you more about Terry Rozier." I don't have anything to say. Well, no, we were just like, "Yeah, I don't have anything." Otherwise, Chairman Lord. The FBI can say, "We're bringing you down subpoena, and you got to answer these questions on
most of the league suspensions and all." I just gave you the Tom Brady thing.
Yeah,
you can do because you signed to be a part of that league, and you go by their bylaws. Where NFL
but that's the
players,
player. I'm with you on that,
right? But I'm just saying that, like, to just say that because they don't have subpoena power is the reason why they didn't do anything. I don't buy that. I believe
I don't buy
that.
That they took an easy route. That's
okay.
two different. No. Let's
get to our topic. I do want to get to this really, and because we'll be here all night. But I did want to play that because I didn't hear anything from the commissioner.
And you didn't again.
We did not. It was Rob G. I think your first reaction was the right one. But I just thought we hadn't heard.
No, but we had to hear from the man who's spearheading the league that's under a bunch of fire.
2-0 Dodgers now. Who got that hit?
Freddie.
I didn't see it.
Oh, I did. Will Smith.
Yeah. Okay. All right. 2-0 Dodgers. Runner on second. Let's go here. The question is, with all the stuff that's going on, the gambling and whatever, I think this is the worst time ever to be a sports fan, especially NBA. I really do.
Break it down.
I think this is, if you're a sports fan and you love the NBA, there's nothing worse than the current NBA and the current scenario and circumstance that you're faced right now. And here are the reasons why, Kelvin. Style of play. All the threes, all that, just the style of play isn't basketball that I love to watch and watched all these games. I don't want to see teams taking 1,000,000 threes. We've seen it. The NBA All-Star Game, scores over 200, no defense. We used to watch the All-Star Game. It was never this bad, okay? Load management. Guys decide they just don't want to play. Teams are arresting people paying $500 for tickets, and the players decide they don't want to play. They don't want to play back-to-back. Michael Jordan, this last season in the NBA, played all 82 games. It's just, that's another part of it. But there are two other parts. The fantasy sports, which is just ruined.
Do you have terrible conversations with your friends? Because you think it's going to talk about the game?
No. It's just,
man, he didn't do this. He didn't do. Did we talk about the game?
No, they don't care about the game. It's only what the player that they have and whether or not what they're doing. And then the last part, which is why, to me, this is relevant today, is the gambling aspect. And the idea of parlays, and not about winning or my team winning, being mad, watching the game, being mad that the coach pulled the player out of the game, but he needs 2 more rebounds. Wait a minute. What are you doing? He needs another assist. Get back out there. He needs another free throw. What are you doing? Angry. Your team wins, but they didn't get your parlay. How in the world are you enjoying this when I give you all these scenarios? 4. The style of play, too many threes. Load management, a black eye on the sport, paying your good hard-earned money, nobody's showing, and then they don't want to play. Fantasy sports, everything's about fantasy rather than the game or me caring about my team and them winning. And last, the whole parlay thing. My God, is that really where it's about the parlay? Not that my team won or they won by 16, man. That was a great game. No.
Why are you bummed your team won?
LeBron didn't get his other. He missed. He needed 1 more rebound.
Dude, we're the odd couple.
Am I over?
No, we're the odd couple, but on this subject, we are the even couple. I have a good friend of mine who was by far my great friend to talk sports with. You know what I mean? Just check in, watch he could be all across the country. You watching this game right now, World Series, you can just talk about the world. So watch this game, Wemby look great. And you just talk who you think's better. What do you like? You crazy, I'm taking hits. That was my guy. Drive home, I got an hour drive home, let's talk sports. We all have that guy, or you got several. And he started getting heavy into parlays. He's the one guy, he's that guy you even go back and be like, Remember in 05 finals when you was rooting for, man, that was my friend. Then that started to call him, and man, what?
What happened?
I needed him to hit a mother 11-3. I'm like, wait, but ain't you going for the rooting for? Or that's not even your guy like that. I don't even know who this kid is. Right. I know, but I had the team at over 25 threes. So, and it started to change everything. I'm texting about, man, the running back's got to run harder. I thought, why would you go for 3rd and 6? And he's like, man, random game about some guy I needs to get 2 more assists. And I'm like, man, and it ruined that friend who I relied on.
That conversation,
who have that sports. I couldn't agree with you more. If you're not into it, and your buddies, that crew that used to be all about going to the bar and watching the game and meeting at somebody's house, it's changed everything. Now, to get back to everything else you were saying, style of play, because while it may be scientifically the better thing to do, to shoot the 3 and it's also stylistically boring, right? I like mid-ranges. I like guys getting to the rack. I like post-up moves. Just simply shooting 3s and operating like that is bad. And as you mentioned, there was a moment when I was questioning the competition. Like, everything was a business decision. I got to wait right now, load management. I don't want to play because I'm not fully where I need to be. I don't want to play in the all-star game or the dunk contest because if I lose, what do I have to gain if I don't do it? If I don't, everything became business decisions versus just the pure love of the game. And you start to see that. Now, the silver lining or the hope that I have is in this new crop of stars. Wembanyama is about winning. He don't want to be just, I'm good and look at me and I'm all-star. He wants to win. He wants to take your heart out. He wants to dominate. Ant is running through laughing at all these videos. Steph, get out of here. LeBron, get out of here. Luka, get out of here. So Ant-Man, Wembanyama, Cooper Flag is left to be determined, but I like his motor. Some of these young guys that are facing Cade Cunningham, they want to win. They're all in. It gives me hope that maybe, just maybe, the competition, the caring, the want to crush each other, the not. I mean, you guys can be cool, but we don't have to be uber fraternizing in front of us. I'm hoping we can get back to that. But this is one of those times, for the most part, we're on the same page with this. All right, Rob, so they're watching us right now, which means another thing they can do is what?
They can subscribe. All you got to do is hit that button, subscribe to The Odd Couple for some of the best sports talk content in the nation.
Facts. And while you're at it, they can like, they can comment, they can share. Do all that for us. We appreciate it. Just do all that right up in here.